everything as much as you can, and if you're going for quality, you'd probably want to hand spin it, but not everyone has the time to do that. But if you do, then definitely spinning it by hand for quality would be the best thing you can do. So I'm not going to fill all of this out. You can see that everything I select here, I basically select everything except indexer, pingback, refer. I use Hotmail because they have I think everything goes in their inbox better, and you're also able to set up the spam filter to where nothing goes in the spam filter. It'll all go forwarded to your inbox, which makes the success rate a lot better. So the thing to keep in mind when setting this up is you want all your fields as unique as possible. You want to use the best quality you can. You want to use as many anchor text as you can, including general anchors. Let's see. Oh, also, if you see a field down here, if you select all these by default, it's going to bring up certain platforms that require German or Polish, and if your website isn't German or Polish, you might not want to use those. So the easy way to get rid of that is you right click in the field and select disable engines that use this, and it will automatically uncheck those. There's usually some more. Disable engines that use this. It goes away. Here's another German one. Goes away. So you want to take care of all these and get rid of them, or you can use them if you want to. But yeah, so vary your anchor text is very important. Use as many keywords as you can, and just use quality. Try to do the best quality you can when it comes to comments and articles and stuff like that. And if you hover over certain things, it'll give you tips. Website title, it'll tell you this is usually an anchor text, so please make sure it holds an important keyword. So just little things like that can help you set up your actual fields, your data fields. So after all that's set up, you want to go to the options, and this is where a lot of the real important stuff happens. You want to go, this is what I do. I set it for 100 outbound links, max 100 outbound links. Skip sites with a PR below 1. If you want, you can pause the project after, let's say, 100 verifications, mean 100 links were for sure built to your website. And if you wanted, you could put 1440, and this would mean after every 100 links built, it will pause the project for a day. So every 24 hours you'll get 100 links built to your website. And this is just to prevent a ton of links coming to your website too quickly. So you can use that if you want to. Avoid posting URL on the same domain twice. I usually leave this checked because you don't want to get too many links from the same IP address. Ask user or external service to fill captchas. Yes, in order to build links to some of these platforms, it requires captcha. So this will make sure that it uses the captcha services. And then if a form field can't be filled, like a category, either it will pop up a box that will ask you. You can have it choose random, or you can have it skip that platform. I just have it choose random, so it's completely automated. You might prefer to have it pop up and ask you, but if you do that, it will usually be asking you quite a bit, and so you would have to be sitting there answering those every time. Try to skip creating no follow links. I don't use this because I think do follow and no follow looks more natural. If you're just only getting do follow links, it's not going to look as natural. So I would leave this unchecked. I would leave this unchecked as well. You want to verify your submitted links and make sure they're on the page, so you can leave this selected. and then send link to index or services will make sure that it goes and gets taken care of what we set up in the options to make sure it's pinged, and if you have the SEO index or linklicious, it'll make sure that it's sent to those as well. Also analyze and post to competitors' backlinks. This can be beneficial, so you can leave this checked. For search engines, what I usually do is I'll just select United States. I choose by country, right click, choose again, United Kingdom, and sometimes I'll throw in international or Canada. And yeah, so that's usually what I would do for the actual search engines, and that'll give you a good variety. And then here, skip sites where the following words appeared. This is where it's important. I'll actually leave a link in the description of this video for a basic bad words list, and what that will have is keywords that spammers might usually use, or adult keywords, or cuss words and stuff like that, and you would import that here to make sure your link isn't left on any websites that have those keywords, because if your link is on those, it'll can reflect poorly on your website. So it's important to import those here. It would be used just like this, one keyword per line, and click import, select this, and that's basically all I do for setting up my campaigns. And also, you can see all your settings here. If you don't, like, say you're going to use these exact same settings for all your campaigns, all you would have to do is choose export options and say money site options. You save that, you can see it was saved over here, money site options. And now anytime you want to create a new campaign, all you have to do is import options, money site options, and you can see now all of this is checked off and filled for you just the way you had it set up. So you wouldn't have to worry about this anymore. You set it up how you want it. You might want to set it up a less strict one for maybe second tier link building. You might not need to worry about PR. You might want to increase your outbound link count and stuff like that for building links to less important web pages. And you can set that one up, save it, and then you can set one up for your money site, and that way anytime you're setting these campaigns up, you can just import those options and you won't ever have to deal with this. So also, so say you have your campaign set up the way I just showed with all of those checked. For this, I'm just going to show quickly. I'm going to set something up real fast just to show the multi-tiering. Don't pay attention to any of this. This is just to show you the multi-tier real quick. So once you have oops, I didn't select any search engines, but anyways. Okay, so we have that set up. This would be, let's say this was the money site campaign that I showed you previously how I set it up. Okay, so once this has been running for a little while, and say I have a few verified links, so now I want to strengthen those links. What I can do for this project that I just made, if that was going to my money site, that would have had articles, blog comments, most of these platforms selected. Now for my multi-tier, for my second tier pointing to this, I might want to strengthen those just by doing maybe some guest books, track backs, and blog comments. So what I would do is you check this option here, and you can see the campaign was called My Domain, so you select that campaign. And so what this will do is it will automatically build links to the verified links of this campaign here. You won't see them drop down in this box here, but as new verified links are built, they'll be automatically sent here and added to this campaign. And now all your blog comments, guest books, trackbacks will be building links to your top one here, and we'll be basically strengthening those, helping them get indexed. So this would probably be your more quality links on your first campaign. Your second campaign, you can use quality links if you want, and by quality I mean like PR and outbound links, etc. But you don't have to. You might want to just keep quality all the way down. That's probably the best way to go when you're building links to your money site. So the second one, and what you want to do is try to vary even more anchor text. So this one might have your main keywords, some variations, and then your general keywords like click here. And then for your second tier, you might want to use even more varied anchor text. You might want to scrape and find 100 other keywords that are related to your niche and use those. And then for your third tier, you might want to do the same thing. You just want to mix it up. Try to keep everything as unique as possible, and the quality as good as you can, just to make everything look natural. So I'll throw in some keywords. Weight loss. But don't pay attention to anything I'm writing. I'm just doing this just to show you how this multi-tiering works. So a project name will pop up. You would usually name this your project tier 2. Name it whatever you want. And then you can see it automatically drops down under, so it becomes like a subcategory kind of your first project. And then you could even do it again. Use verified links. And now you want to build links to your second tier. You can do all that, set it up again, use whatever platforms you want, and you can do that as many times as you need to do. And it'll basically, you could have 5 different tiers with different platforms, using varied anchor text, different settings, and just strengthening as they go up. And keep in mind, some people wonder, they'll set these settings real high. They'll have like PR3 with outbound links 30, and then they'll wonder, they'll say, hey, why am I not getting that many verified links that fast? And that's because your settings are really high. You can't, if you're going to have this on really strict settings, you're going to get more quality links, but you also have to be more patient, because it's going to take more time to find PR3 sites that you can leave your link on. So just keep that in mind if you're using strict settings. That's why I usually, if I'm trying to get links built at a decent rate, something like this will work. But of course, people will have their different preferences. You might want to make sure only PR2 with 50 outbound links, and that's completely fine. Just keep in mind, you need to be a little patient when using higher settings. And basically, that's how you would set up a campaign. This is how I do it. You can, once you start playing around with this and set up campaigns, you'll realize that it's pretty easy to get things set up. Like using the export options, you can get these campaigns set up pretty quickly. It's just a matter of keeping your content unique, using the quality settings for PR, having a good bad words list, and yeah, that should be it, and you should be good to go. So that's it. I'll continue making more videos. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get those addressed.